All right, so intermediate one, class number 43. Today is May 31st, 2020. So we were talking, then you say, how do I say que foi adiado o Enem? Aí tá, it's over there on the chat box. Enem has been postponed. I want you to say just like I did. Enem has been postponed.
It has been postponed.
Po-
It has been postponed.
yes, postponed. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Just deal with it. It means se vira. Lockdown. It means fechamento.
Hold
Stop with it.
on. Can you start it over, all over? Começar tudo de novo? Start
Yes.
it all over, okay? Yeah, go ahead.
Just deal with it. Se vira. Lockdown.
Como é que é, se vir?
fechamento.
Ah, deal with it. Just deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Keep up with it. It means manter atualizado.
Wow, yeah, that's great. Keep up, just keep up. The doctors can't keep up with the diseases. Repeat.
The doctor can keep up with this disease.
Great, go ahead.
Misconception. It
Mhm.
means má compreensão.
Great, good job. What else?
Enlarge, it means aumentar de tamanho.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out, resulta em.
Oh, great. I'm so proud of you. Keep going.
And the last one, societal problems. It means problemas sociais.
Oh my God, you made me proud. Great, great. I keep on forgetting sending to you the file where you're gonna put this information. This file I'm gonna send to you today, okay?
All right.
Because it's a electronic file that's gonna be on your cell phone. So you are going to transfer not just the classes notes that you have been taking, but if you are watching a series, a TV series sitcom, and you see a scene that you learn something new, you hit pause and you take note of the phrases and you take the link of that scene. You're gonna see it's a great thing to have this portfolio that I'm gonna.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay, so today's topic is about what?
About
That politics are not football. First of all, it's not the best choices we would have, but considering the gravity of the political situation we are facing, I think it's valid. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Because for me, any voice that stands out against Bolsonaro and against this government, Anitta, Rede Globo, any, is valid. Because this government
Got it.
is really a threat to our democracy. Understand
I
now?
got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's get started. But before we get started, okay, out of order, you can see messages like that when you go to an ATM machine, like for example, to withdraw money from the bank. Do you understand the withdraw? Fazer saque. Tá? Heard of this expression, withdraw money?
Withdraw, trocas.
Mm-mm.
Não, é saque.
Yes. Esse termo é usado também quando um governo vai tirar as tropas militares de um país. The United States withdrawn, eu acho que o passado participa é withdrawn American soldiers from Pakistan, for example. But when you're talking about money taken from an ATM, do you know what an ATM is? Over there I didn't put ATM, I just put AT.
ATM is like
Automatic Transaction Machine. Ou seja, máquina de saque. In American, we say ATM. Oh, only here we have a lot of new words for you. Okay, let me hit pause. Expression also, all set.
All set, tô pronto.
All set can mean many things. For example, I am carregando my grocery shopping, and I have a lot of things. Somebody offers me help. Then I said, oh, I'm all set, thank you. What that means? Não, eu tô ok, obrigado. So the meaning, it's really the context that tells what that word or that expression means. If I say I'm all set with this bullshit, just stop it. What it means. Can you read it for me?
I am all set with this bullshit. Just stop it.
So what do all set means in this sentence?
Eu tô de saco cheio.
Exatamente, eu tô farto. Então, ou seja, dá pra dizer que uma expressão, uma palavra significa só isso ou só aquilo?
No, we can't.
Pois é. Muito bem. Ai, meu Deus, tomara que não dê problema, porque isso foi um problema muito grave. Vamos lá, vamos ver.
Thank you so much. I am a journalist. My job is to talk to people from all walks of life all over the world. Today I want to tell you why I decided to do this with my life and what I've learned. My story begins in Caracas, Venezuela, in South America, where I grew up.
She's so beautiful.
A place that to me was and always will be filled with magic and wonder. From a very young age, my parents wanted me to have a wider view of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time when I was around 7 years old, my dad came up to me and said, Mariana, I'm going to send you and your little sister, who was 6 at the time, to a place where nobody speaks Spanish. I want you to experience different cultures. He went on and on about the benefits of spending an entire summer in this summer camp in the United States, stressing a little phrase that I didn't pay too much attention to at the time. You never know what the future holds.
What she means by saying stressing a little phrase?
Stressing. I don't know.
Enfatizando. Enfatizar.
Yeah.
Enfatizar. Dentro desse contexto. Mas quando eu falo stressed syllable in a word, what that means? Sílaba tônica.
Stress sílaba é sílaba tônica.
Exatamente. Então, stress é o quê? É stress. So, can you see how language is a complex subject?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's keep going.
Meanwhile, in my 7-year-old mind, I was thinking we were going to get to summer camp in Miami. Maybe it was going to be even better, and we were going to go a little further north to Orlando, where Mickey Mouse lived. I got really excited. My dad, however, had a slightly different plan.
What does slightly means? Do you know?
It's like, no, I don't know. Never heard that word.
I typed.
Levemente. Okay.
Yes, let's keep going. Keep watching.
From Caracas, he sent us to Brainerd, Minnesota. Mickey Mouse was not up there. And with no cell phone, no Snapchat or Instagram, I couldn't look up any information. We get there, and one of the first things I noticed was that the other kids' hair was several shades of blonde, and most of them had blue eyes. Meanwhile, this is what we look like. The first night, the camp director gathered everyone around the campfire and said, "Kids, we have a very international camp this year. The Atencios are here from Venezuela." The other kids looked at us as if we were from another planet. They would ask us things like, do you know what a hamburger is? Or, do you go to school in a donkey or a canoe?
Oh my
I
God.
would try to answer in my broken English.
Do you know what a donkey is?
Yes, é gorila?
Não, donkey é uma mula.
Ah, okay, got it.
Let's go.
And they would just laugh.
I
And I
thought
know they
that
were not
because
trying to
the
be
donkey
mean.
Kong.
Okay, let me ask you this question. When I hit pause, it's hit pause for you too as well?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great. How about the delay, about the synchronizing of audio and video? If there is a delay, is a little delay, like a slightly delay? Or is it that bad?
No, it is perfect. It is
Oh,
perfect.
thank Jesus the Lord. Let's keep going. I'm so happy with this class. Let's go.
They were just trying to understand who we were and make a correlation with the world they knew. We could either be like them or like characters out of a book filled with adventures like Aladdin or The Jungle Book. We certainly didn't look like them. We didn't speak their language. We were different. And when you're 7 years old, that hurts. But I had my little sister to take care of, and she cried every day at summer camp.
Oh my God.
So I decided to put on a brave face and embrace everything I could about the American way of life. We later did what we called the summer camp experiment for 8 years in different cities that many Americans haven't even heard of. What I remember most about these moments was when I finally clicked with someone. Making a friend was a special reward. Everybody wanted.
Do you understand when you say when I clicked with someone? Click. To click with someone. Do you understand that?
É que criar conexão.
Yes. Let's go.
To feel valued and accepted, and we think it should happen spontaneously, but it doesn't. When you're different, you have to work at belonging. You have to be either really helpful, smart, funny, anything to be cool for the crowd you want to hang out with. Later on, when I was in high school, my dad expanded on his summer plan, and from Caracas, he sent me to Wallingford, Connecticut for senior year of high school.
Connecticut.
This time, I remember daydreaming on the plane about the American high school experience. With a locker. It was going to be perfect, just like in my favorite TV show, Saved by the Bell. I get there, and
She said something about they can read.
The activity of thinking about pleasant things that you would like to do or have happen to you. Instead of thinking about what is happening now, we can all admit to occasional daydreaming at work.
Reserved and
More examples. Reserved an introvert who loved movies and was prone to daydream. Time that kids spend watching TV would be better spent on sports, creative play, or just daydreaming.
so it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's to feed your imagination with good things, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. So daydreaming is a good thing. Let's keep watching.
they tell me that my assigned roommate is eagerly waiting. I opened the door, and there she was, sitting on the bed, with a headscarf. Her name was Fatima, and she was Muslim from Bahrain, and she was not what I expected. She probably sensed my disappointment when I looked at her because I didn't do too much to hide it. See, as a teenager, I wanted to fit in even more. I wanted to be popular and maybe have a boyfriend for prom. And I felt that Fatima just got in the way with her shyness and her strict dress code. I didn't realize that I was making her feel like the kids at summer camp made me feel. This was the high school equivalent of asking her, "Do you know what a hamburger is?"
Oh, God.
I was consumed by my own selfishness and unable to put myself in her shoes.
Yes.
I have to be honest with you. We only lasted a couple of months together because she was later sent to live with a counselor instead of other students. And I remember thinking, she'll be okay. She's just different. You see, when we label someone as different, it dehumanizes them in a way.
Oh, my
They
God.
become the other. They're not worthy of our time, not our problem, and in fact, they, the other, are probably the cause of our problems. So how do we recognize our blind spots? It begins by understanding what makes you different, by embracing those traits. Only then can you begin to appreciate what makes others special.
What are traits? Do you know?
Traits? No, I don't know.
And now it makes more clear personality traits.
Ah, traços de personalidade.
Então são traços. Pode ser de personalidade ou de comportamentos. Eu não sei se eu escrevi correto. Depois a gente vê isso. Let's keep watching.
And I remember when this hit me, it was a couple months after that. I had found that boyfriend for prom and made a group of friends and practically forgotten about Fatima until everybody signed on to participate in this talent show for charity. You needed to offer a talent for auction, and it seemed like everybody had something special to offer. Some kids were going to play the violin, others were going to recite a theater monologue. And I remember thinking, we don't practice talents like these back home. But I was determined to find something of value. So the day of the talent show comes, and I get up on stage with my little boombox, I put it on the side, and I press play, and a song by my favorite emerging artist, Shakira, comes up. And I go, whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together. And I said, my name is Mariana, and I'm gonna auction a dance class. And it seemed like the whole school raised their hand to bid. My dance class really stood out from like the 10th violin class offered that day. And going back to my dorm room, I didn't feel different. I felt really special. And that's when I started thinking about Fatima, the person that I had failed to see as special when I first met her. She was from the Middle East, just like Shakira's family was from the Middle East. She could have probably taught me a thing or two about belly dancing, had I been open to it. Now I want you all to take that sticker that was given to you at the beginning of our session today, where you wrote down what makes you special, and I want you to look at it. If you're watching at home, take a piece of paper and write down what makes you different. You may feel guarded when you look at it, maybe even a little ashamed, maybe even proud. But you need to begin to embrace it. Remember, it is the first step in appreciating what makes others special. When I went back home to Venezuela, I began to understand how these experiences were changing me.
Okay, she mentioned Middle East. Myself, I'm still in doubt Middle East. Do you know what Middle East means? Keep watching. For you to see, I speak English for a very long time and sometimes I have doubts. Let's go.
It's normal.
Being able to speak different languages, to navigate all these different people and places, it gave me a unique sensibility. I was finally beginning to understand the importance of putting myself in other people's shoes. And that is a big part of the reason why I decided to become a journalist.
She reminds me
Especially
Anita.
being from a part of the world that is often labeled the backyard, the illegal aliens, third world, the others. I wanted to do something to change that. That was right around the time, however, when the Venezuelan government shut down the biggest television station in our country. Censorship was growing, and my dad came up to me once again and said, how are you going to be a journalist here? You have to leave. And that's when it hit me. That's what he had been preparing me for. That is what the future held for me. So in 2008, I packed my bags and I came to the United States without a return ticket this time. I was painfully aware that at 24 years old, I was becoming a refugee of sorts, an immigrant, the other, once again, and now for good. I was able to come on a scholarship to study journalism. And I remember when they gave me my first assignment to cover the historic election of President Barack Obama. And I felt so lucky, so hopeful. I was like, yes, this is it. I've come to post-racial America. where the notion of us and them is being eroded and will probably be eradicated in my lifetime. Boy, was I wrong, right? Why didn't Barack Obama's presidency alleviate racial tensions in our country? Why do some people still feel threatened by immigrants, LGBTQ, and minority groups who are just trying to find a space in this United States that should be for all of us? I didn't have the answers back then. But on November 8th, 2016, when Donald Trump became our president, it became clear that a large part of the electorate sees them as the others. Some see people coming to take their jobs or potential terrorists who speak a different language. Meanwhile, minority groups oftentimes just see hatred, intolerance, and narrow-mindedness on the other side.
What is hatred?
Hatred. I don't know. Ódio, okay.
Okay?
It's like we're stuck in these bubbles that nobody wants to burst. And the only way to do it, the only way to get out of it is to realize...
Good expression. Bubbles to burst. Bubbles to burst. Do you have an idea what that means before I hit enter?
No, I don't know what is bubbles. Bubbles what?
Bubbles to burst.
Yes, bubbles. I was imagining, but
Bubbles to burst. Furar bolha. It's the same thing when people who disagree with Bolsonaro and they only speak with people who agrees with them, they are not bursting the bubble. They are not alcançando. They are not reaching the Bolsonaro people that are in favor of Bolsonaro. Do you understand this concept of bursting the bubble?
yes.
It's clear now for you.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
is that being different also means thinking differently. It takes courage to show respect.
Yeah.
In the words of Voltaire, I may not agree with what you have to say, but I will fight to the death to defend your right to say it.
Yes.
Failing to see anything good on the other side makes a dialogue impossible.
That's right.
Without a dialogue, we will keep repeating the same mistakes because we will not learn anything new. I covered the 2016 election for NBC News.
Wow.
It was my first big assignment in this mainstream network where I had crossed over from Spanish television. And I wanted to do something different. I watched election results with undocumented families. Few thought of sharing that moment with people who weren't citizens, but actually stood the most to lose that night. When it became apparent that Donald Trump was winning, this 8-year-old girl named Angelina rushed up to me in tears. She sobbed as she asked me if her mom was going to be deported now.
Wow.
I hugged her back and I said it's going to be okay. But I really didn't know. This was the photo that we took that night, forever ingrained in my heart.
Oh.
Here was this little girl who was around the same age I was when I went to camp in Brainerd. She already knows she is the other. She walks home from school in fear every day. Her mom can be taken away. So how do we put ourselves in Angelina's shoes?
Wow.
How do we make her understand she is special and not simply unworthy of having her family together?
She's just a beautiful girl.
By giving camera
Yes,
time
for
to her
sure.
and families like hers, I tried to make people see them as human beings and not simply illegal aliens.
Wow.
Yes, they broke a law, and they should pay a penalty for it, but they've also given everything for this country, like many other immigrants before them have. I've already told you how my path to personal growth started. To end, I want to tell you how I hit the worst bump in the road yet. One that shook me to my very core.
Very core.
The day, April 10th, 2014. I was driving to the studio and I got a call from my parents. "Are you on the air?" they asked. I immediately knew something was wrong. What happened? I said. It's your sister. She's been in a car accident. It was as if my heart stopped. My hands gripped to the steering wheel, and I remember hearing the words, "It is unlikely she will ever walk again."
Oh my God.
They say your life can change in a split second. Mine did at that moment. My sister went from being my successful other half, only a year apart in age, to not being able to move her legs, sit up, or get dressed by herself. And this wasn't like summer camp where I could magically make it better. This was terrifying. Throughout the course of 2 years, my sister underwent 15 surgeries, and she spent most of that time in a wheelchair. But that wasn't even the worst of it. The worst was something so painful, it's hard to put into words, even now. It was the way people looked at her, looked at us, changed. People were unable to see a successful lawyer or a millennial with a sharp wit and a kind heart. Everywhere we went, I realized that people just saw a poor girl in a wheelchair. They were unable to see anything beyond that. After fighting like a warrior, I can thankfully tell you that today my sister is walking and has recovered beyond anyone's expectations. Thank you.
Wow.
But during that traumatic ordeal, I learned there are differences that simply suck, and it's hard to find positive in them. My sister's not better off because of what happened. But she taught me you can't let those differences define you. Being able to reimagine yourself beyond what other people see, that is the toughest task of all, but it's also the most beautiful. You see, we all come to this world in a body. People with physical or neurological difficulties, environmentally impacted communities, immigrants, boys, girls, boys who want to dress as girls, girls with veils, women who've been sexually assaulted, athletes who bend their knee as a sign of protest, black, white, Asian, Native American, my sister, you, or me. We all want what everyone wants, to dream and to achieve. But sometimes society tells us, and we tell ourselves, we don't fit the mold. Well, if you look at my story, from being born somewhere different, to belly dancing in high school, to telling stories you wouldn't normally see on TV, what makes me different is what has made me stand out and be successful. I have traveled the world and talked to people from all walks of life. And you know what I've learned?
Só tava aqui, ó.
The single thing every one of us has in common is being human.
That's right.
So take a stand to defend your race.
Let me give you a pause. I'm gonna show you a book. I have many books. I just don't have the time.
Yes, it's all about.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This book is by a PhD in human DNA. We are all. Have you ever heard of the documentary called Blue Eyes?
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna put the link for you to watch. It's very interesting. You should watch. You should.
Okay.
I'm gonna give to you. Okay, let's keep going because we're gonna get to the part where you're gonna tell a story with all that's typed over there. Let's.
The human race. Let's appeal to it. Let's be humanists before and after everything else.
That's right.
To end, I want you to take that sticker, that piece of paper where you wrote down what makes you different, and I want you to celebrate it today and every day. Shout it from the rooftops. I also encourage you to be curious and ask, what is on other people's pieces of paper? What makes them different? Let's celebrate those imperfections that make us special.
Wow.
I hope that it teaches you that nobody has a claim on the word normal. We are all different. We are all quirky and unique, and that is what makes us wonderfully human.
What a beautiful
Thank you
man.
so much.
Oh my God. How did you find this?
I put TED Talk in YouTube, and then I found this title, and I think it was good.
Oh my God. This talk is everything we need to hear this moment.
Yes, it was good.
Right. So when is NA going to be held?
Probably in November, but actually it's going to be December or maybe January,
December.
December.
Yes, very good. Can you summarize in just a few words what is this TED Talk about? What is the message beneath her words? Qual é a mensagem por trás das
Uh,
palavras dela? In a summary, like,
yes, she was trying to say that all the people have difference,
yeah,
and but that difference that make us special.
okay,
The difference makes people special.
that's right. So we should not follow a whole model, what is normal and what is right to do. No, we should be us. We shouldn't be afraid of who we are. Isn't that also?
Yes, it is.
Good. Now, can you start connecting these words that we have typed, which are new words for you, and you can like telling a story like you always do for us to close to end the class.
Yes, I will try. NA has been postponed because the authorities recognized that the INEP was out of order, so it would be impossible to have NA at the normal time.
Okay.
And other problem is that when people were trying to pay the NA tax, the withdrawal machines were not working.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it
Because they were out of
also,
service.
yes, it was also increasing the problem.
Okay. Go ahead.
So the director of INEP went to the interview, and a reporter said, "Are you all set?" And he said, "No, NA is not already set. We
Okay.
are going to make some how can I say ajustes,
Adjustment.
adjustments." And the people, oh, the reporters were pressing him, saying things that were really, really bad. So he got angry and said, all said with this bullshit, just stop it. And
Okay.
slightly the reporters go out.
What do you mean by that? Slightly the reporters went out.
Like they just leave, just left.
Left what?
Left from the interview.
Ah, okay. So they walked away slightly, say like that. The reporters walked away slightly.
The reporter walked away slightly.
Walked away. There is a Cher song that is uh acho que do you believe in life after love? Na, 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 walk away. She uses that expression walk away. If you are curious about, hear that song. Cher Believe is the name of the song. Keep going.
So
Click with
okay,
someone.
I can't make a story using click with someone NNA, so I will try another one.
Okay, so create another one.
A person went to a new high school, and she wasn't have any kind of friend until he met a really good person, and he clicked with this person.
Okay, good.
They became friends,
Okay.
and this person was a woman, and the man that the man started to daydreaming a
About
life
uh-huh.
about them together,
And they liked her personality
because
traits. I don't know. Go.
yes, because he recognized that their personality traits are similar.
Okay.
So,
Good. Good.
but one day, something really bad happened, and he started to hatred her
He started to
because
hating. He started to hating her, and hatred is not a good thing. Say it like that.
yes, okay, he started to hating her, and hatred is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he found bubbles to burst because he was very angry, and it could help him.
Okay, excellent. Well, 35 minutes of recording is good enough, isn't it? I think we could consider this class well done, wouldn't you?
Yes, I agree.
Oh, it's recording. Please. I have stopped the recording already. Let me see. Give me 1 minute before we say goodbye. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Give me just a second. Oh my god, please. I'm gonna ask you about your internet connection. I need to know.
My internet connection is really good.
Hold on, okay? Let me see. Come on, go ahead. Oh my god, go ahead. Just 1 second. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
I need to do a cleanup in my computer. Jesus, it's taking so long. What is it? Well, forget about it. Where are we? Hold on. I think it's fine. So what internet provider do you have? How many megabytes? Can you tell me all of it?
Yes, I have Vivo, and it's 200 megabytes.
What?
Yes,
Hmm?
200.
It's a optic fiber,
Yes, it is.
but mine is 100. It's not 200. They gave me an option for
Yeah.
100, only 10 reais plus 10 reais what I usually pay. But then after a year, it's gonna go down to 50 megabytes. How much is it? That 200 fiber optic. Is that expensive?
It's my parents also pay the TV, 2 points of TV, so it's like 200 all of it.
Are you kidding?
Yes, the
So for
yeah, no, I'm not kidding. I'm talking serious.
so for this
It's like
price, you got
200.
a cable TV and the 200 megabyte optic fiber internet.
Yes,
So now that's it.
almost like that.
So now that's explained why you have no problems with delays when I hit play or pause in here.
Yes, it is.
So what?
I put it uh 2 days ago.
Oh, but even after
My
before,
ear,
but even before that, you told me that the delay there was between audio and images wasn't that bad. Remember you saying that?
my ear, my internet was 50 megabytes, so it was good.
Okay, so 50 megabytes is the minimum. We can get to a conclusion that for this class to function well, the internet has to be at least 50 megabytes, right?
Yes, and my computer is really good, so it helps too.
Oh, so because you have now a powerful internet, there was no delay whatsoever.
No, the subtitles were perfect. When you pause, it paused too. It
Really?
was really amazing. Yeah, it was perfect.
Wow, that's good news to know. Did you enjoy the class today?
Yes, a lot. Like
Okay.
before, when I had the old internet, sometimes the subtitles get desynchronized. But now that my internet is
But it was not that bad. This synchronization was like okay. It's a
no,
little
not too bad, but sometimes it was a little bit. But a little bit is,
okay. Okay.
como é que posso falar, atrapalha.
It interferes with the production of the class. Like
It interferes. Interferes.
okay, good.
But now it's perfect.
Thank you so much, and we'll be in touch. Okay, I'm gonna send you the link of the documentary Blue Eyes. This is not in a class assignment. It's something for your knowledge as a student. It's very
All
important.
right.
It's nice to see. I'm gonna send to you via WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay.
You take care now.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You are currently the only person in this call.
Pessoal, acabei de dar uma aula e meu aluno falou que foi perfeita a sincronização da legenda com o áudio quando eu apertei pausa. No dele pausava também. Eu agora entendi e vou gravar um áudio dizendo para vocês o que é. Olá pessoal, tudo bom? A plataforma ela teve um problema, não foi só na aula de vocês que teve aquele problema de eu pausar e na imagem de vocês o vídeo continuava rodando. Eu acredito que era um problema da plataforma porque hoje eu fui dar uma aula e ela simplesmente estava fora do ar. Aí eu entrei em contato com um cara em Bangladesh e ele falou que estavam fazendo reparos. Beleza. Esse aluno que eu tenho aula que nunca reclamou, ele tinha uma internet de 50 megabytes. E aí ele me relatava que existia um pequeno delay entre as legendas e o que era ouvido do áudio, mas não era nada assim que fosse um problema. Ele acabou de me relatar que a internet dele, aí eu fiquei de cara, é 200 megas de fibra ótica. Caramba! Simplesmente ele falou pra mim que não teve nada de desincronização, quando eu apertava pausa era pause também, ele disse que foi perfeito. O rapaz em Bangladesh me falou isso. Que essa falta de sincronia depende da qualidade da internet de quem está usando e depende da qualidade de como que está a máquina da pessoa que está usando. Se for um celular, tem que dar uma limpada, computador também. Mas qual a conclusão que eu cheguei? Para você ter uma experiência legal, o ideal é pelo menos 50 megas de velocidade na internet, tá bom? Então é isso. E, poxa, eu estou esperando esse PDF do resultado da transcrição da letra e esperando notícias de que vocês vão botar em prática de fazer a leitura interativa da letra ao deitar na cama com aquele negócio da máscara do olho, acessar o Edmoodle para ouvir, nem que seja como música de fundo, você não precisa parar o seu mundo, ouvir aqueles vídeos lá dos números ordinais e cardinais. Eu vou botar também depois dos países e nacionalidades, tá bom? Nos vemos na próxima terça, tamo junto. good news, a feedback for you. I've just given a class. My students said there wasn't any problem with video and audio synchronization. So he told me that the internet speed is 200 megabytes optical fiber, but before he had a 50 megabytes internet connection. And back then he said the delay was not that big delay, it was not that a problem. So isn't the minimum internet speed 50 megabytes? Because this class was perfect, no complaints at all. Eu tenho que tomar cuidado quando eu uso esse sistema de reconhecimento de voz e corrigir o texto antes de jogar. Enfim, quando eu apertava pause, no dele pausava. Quando eu apertava play, no dele voltava. Ou seja, eu tinha o controle. Não aconteceu o que aconteceu com vocês, né? Então eu estou chegando à conclusão que a internet não pode ser menos do que 50 megabytes. Aí eu fiz a pergunta pro cara lá da plataforma, e depois ele vai me responder, mas eu acho que é basicamente isso, tá?